Alright, awesome. Feel good about these reviews. Moving on to Clerks from 1994. So, felt good. So, this one was actually made after I was born. Alright, plot. Not really impressed with the plot, but as I've heard and sort of figured, you weren't supposed to be really impressed with the plot. It was just supposed to be this everyday thing. So, considering that, it was good. And actually, one thing I can really say is Clerks is like the most realistic movie I've really ever watched, even than some documentaries, because it's just, it's something that, you do or your friend does. It's just working in a store. And so it's just really interesting. It's ordinary circumstances with maybe, a bit of entropy thrown in there. And so actually that made it pretty cool. Um, Let me see. But I do watch movies to see something extraordinary. So I guess that's kind of why I wasn't too into it. I didn't hate it. It certainly was okay, but just, I like movies that really pull you in, really make your imagination go. This didn't really do that. So that was a bit of a problem. Um, yeah, actually, I guess in a way you could say in a way it was like a documentary about an average working guy, but that just doesn't appeal to me. It could to some, and it was an interesting type of movie, but yeah, not the best, but it was okay. But it did have some interesting twists. I could have done without the necrophilia, though. Sex with dead people is just not cool. I mean, especially in an unlit public bathroom. I'm studying nursing and going into medicine, but you don't need special teaching to know that that's just really unsanitary. But anyway, thankfully that wasn't the main character, and that did provide an interesting twist. But yeah, that kind of threw me off. Though I did really like supposedly Silent Bob. I do that because he wasn't exactly silent. But I really liked his line, which was, like, there are millions of fine-looking women in the world, dude. Very, what was it? There are millions of fine-looking women in the world, dude, but they don't all bring you lasagna at work. And it was just a really simple way to say something profound. And actually, that's like a major theme of this movie. Simple ways of saying something profound. And so for that, it was actually pretty cool. So the concept seemed to be just like, be content with what you have, accept what is going on right now, and that's certainly relatable. That's certainly just a good lesson, though it seemed relatively empty, and I think that was on purpose still. But so that was interesting. And actually, for the low funding and it being in black and white, it was not certainly not bad, especially like concept wise. It did get like that simple lesson across, in my opinion. Yeah, and it shows you don't need huge amounts of money to make a decent movie. You need a bit more to make an epic movie, but to make a decent movie, you don't need that much. The acting was nothing special. It was all decent in my opinion. Though as I said, I like Silent Bob and Randall, the best friend, had his moments. Oh, but wow, really, dude, you knocked over a casket at a wake. Seriously, actually knocked over the casket containing the dead person. I mean, how awkward are you? Though salsa shark. Yeah, that part made me laugh. That was good. I need to try that sometime. That might be a fun thing to do. And I'm inspired to play sports on a roof sometime because that might be fun. So conclusion, far from an epic movie, but overall, I've actually convinced myself back and forth during this review. But overall, it was decent for the low budget and it being about a guy just going to work, hanging with his friends, and a few crazy things being thrown in. So if you have some time to kill, feel free to do it with this inexpensive blunt knife of a movie, but don't clear your calendar for it. That's my final conclusion. Thanks for listening. Bye.